Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got some more post 1961 Apba bats. We got the third game of this 4-game series between the Cardinals and the Giants. And I'm starting to get used to this new streaming service, so hopefully things are be looking a little better. And we want to look here at the starting lineup for the visiting Cardinals. Leading off, playing shortstop Smith. Batting second, playing second's her. Batting third, playing first base is McGuire. Batting fourth, playing third base is Boyer. Batting fifth, playing doing the catching is Simmons. Batting sixth, playing center field is Drew. Batting seventh, playing right field is Musial. Batting eighth, playing left field is Brock. Batting ninth, and on the mound is Bob Gibson. What a pitching matchup we have here today, folks. Wait till you see who's on the mound for the Giants. And talking about the Giants leading off, doing the catching is Dietz. Batting second, playing second is Kent. Batting third, playing left field is Barry Bonds. Batting fourth, playing center field is Mays. Batting fifth, playing first base is McCovey. Batting sixth is Bobby Bonds. Batting seventh, playing third base is Sandoval. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Crawford. And like I said, we got a pitching matchup. Bob Gibson going up against Juan MARICHAL, batting ninth here for the Giants. Let's get down here to the field, get this game started. Alrighty, and to lead it off here for the Cardinals is Ozzie Smith. He's batting .278 with no homers and no RBIs. Juan MARICHAL, his third appearance. He's 2-0 with a 1.06 ERA. Here's the pitch to Ozzie. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart, Crawford. At short. Crawford's up with it, fires over to McCovey. And there's one down. And now you got Tommy Herr up. And Tommy's batting .294 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. MARICHAL strikes him out, and there's 2 down. And Mark McGuire comes to the plate now. And Mark's batting .500 on the year. Off to an awesome start with 4 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play. 36 and a 41. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. So here's the 1-0 pitch to McGuire. And he's going to walk. He's going to get a walk here. McGuire, after being down 0-1, gets the walk. And here comes Ken Boyer. And Boyer off to a slow start, folks. He is batting .059, 1 for 17 with 1 RBI. Here's the pitch to Boyer. And that's going to be a pop-up at the plate. Dietz waits for this rainmaker to come down. That wouldn't have been a homer in a phone booth. And there is 3 outs. The Cardinals strand 1. We go to the bottom of the first. Cardinals nothing. Giants coming to the plate with Dietz, Kent, and Bonds. And Dietz, he's off to a slow start with a 103 average, but he's been walking a lot, folks. He's got a .350 on base percentage, not bad, with a homer and 2 RBIs. And this is Bob Gibson's third appearance. He's 1-1 with a 4.5 ERA. Here's the pitch from Bob. And right away, Dietz gets a hold of this. I said he wasn't going well. He gets a hold of this ball. Where's it going to land at? That's going to be a double in the right field. So the Giants right away get the leadoff batter aboard in scoring position. And that brings up Jeff Kent. And Jeff's batting .382, off to a great start with 3 homers and 9 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this, folks. And that ball is high. Ball is far. Just how far is this one going to go is the question. Against the 26. And that is going to be a home run. Kiss it goodbye. Jeff Kent just homers and gives the Giants a 2-0 lead. And what I said was going to be a pitching duel, it's looking anything but. As Gibson is down 2-0 with just 2 batters. And that brings up Barry Bonds batting .400, folks, with 9 homers and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play, a 40 on a 32. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Barry. And it's going to be another rare play, a 46 and a 40. And that's going to be hit down to the team here. Let's see. 8, 10, 15, 25, 34, 37, 38. That's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Lou Brock makes the catch for out number 1. Finally, Gibson gets an out here. Brings up Willie Mays now. And Mays batting .238 with 3 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Gibson's bounce back since giving up the 2-run homer. There's 2 quick outs now. And that brings up McCovey batting .179 with no homers and 5 RBIs as Clinton Parks joins us here. Are you being serious? Clinton Parks is crazy. And here's the pitch from McCovey. And that's going to be against the righty, 24. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Boyer. Boyer's up with it, fires it over the first. Very serious. This is very serious. Oh, darn. A ground ball down the third. What's going on, Ken Buddy? Damn, Clinton says he's very serious. Bugs Bunny commercial. All righty. Now you got Simmons and Drew and Musial due up here in the top of the second. Cardinals trailing 2-0 after the Jeff Kent 2-run homer off of Bob Gibson. And Ted Simmons off to an awesome start, batting .400 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Bobby Bonds and right. And that'll be out number 1. Yeah, Cardinals have taken 2 out of the first 2 games, and they got Gibson on the mound. But Gibson's already given up the 2-run homer. I was expecting a pitching duel. JD's up batting .222 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Marichal strikes him out for out number 2. And now you got Stan the Man up batting .250 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play, a 55 and a 40. And that's going to be hit out to center field. And Mays is out there. And a 52 and a 3 should still be column number 1. And it is just barely, though. Just barely. Fielding column 1. And that's going to be a fly ball. Mays makes the play. And that'll end the side. And the Cardinals go down in order. Still trailing 2-0. The International Art Cards. Oh, man. Something else. Hopefully he comes in here and joins us. And Greg joins us here. Welcome in. And now you got Bobby Bonds, Sandoval, and Crawford due up. Bobby batting .192 with no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. And here we go. First batter of the second inning gets on just like the first. And now you got Sandoval up batting .250 with a homer and 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Gibson. And that's the same result again, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going to go? And kiss it goodbye. And that's another 2-run homer. And the same pattern. First batter gets aboard. The second batter of the inning hits a homer. And it's a 4-0 game as the Giants are taking it to Gibby. I'm expecting a hell of a pitching performance. Getting all but that. As you see the Giants' upcoming schedule, they got one more game here against St. Louis. Then the Padres come to town. After 2-game series with San Diego, they go on the road to take on the Brewers. Now you got Crawford up batting .226 with 3 homers and 6 RBIs. Yeah, exactly. I thought Gibson would shut this team down, but he's getting racked. Here's the pitch to Crawford. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Staying the man cams under it for out number 1. Just like the first inning. Gets the next batter out to the homer. And MARICHAL says we don't need no stinking DH. He's batting .332, folks, with a RBI on the year. And he's done it again. That's going to be a base hit in the right field because these pitchers don't need no stinking DH. They're athletes. Now we're back to the top of the order in Dietz. And Dietz started this game off with a double. Came around the score on the Jeff Ken homer in the first. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Gibson is all but brilliant today here, folks. First and second now. Only 1 out. Jeff Ken up, like I say. He hit a 2-run homer his first time up. Here's the pitch to Jeff. And that's going to be a 36. And that'll be that's going to be a wow pitch. Gibson is freaking all over the place. You might not want to stand in the batter's box. Oh, did he really? That's ironic, ain't it? Yeah, Greg said he played out of the park a couple days ago. And Bob Gibson was pitching against the Giants and gave up the 3 homers in that game. And now we got runners at second and third. They're going to bring the infield in. It's 5-0. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Kent after the wow pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Gibson gets his second strikeout. That's a big one. Now there's 2 down. And you know what we're going to do now. Barry is not going to get to swing the bat. So I know Bob Gibson would argue, but I'm the damn manager, and he's going to walk him. So Gibson walks Barry, and now you got the bases full for Willie Mays. And Willie is 0 for 1. He struck out the first time against Gibson. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Mays out, so the manager wins that time. Bases loaded. Mays strikes out, but the 2-run homer makes this a 4-0 ball game as we go to the top of the third. Bottom part of the order due up here for the Cardinals. Brock, Gibson, and then back to the top with Ozzie. Yeah, yep. Both of them was homers, exactly. Both of them was 66s. Yep, now you got Brock up. And Brock is batting .222 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Bobby in right field. And there's 1 down here in the top of the third. With the Cardinals trailing by 4. And up comes Bob Gibson. And Gibson's 0 for 6 on the year. Can he help his own cause here since he's not doing it at the plate? That's a ground ball down to Jeff at second. Ken over to McCovey. And there's 2 down. We're back to the top of the order. And Ozzie Smith, he grounded out to short his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Jeff. And the side's retired in order, folks. And it's a 4-0 game as we go to the bottom of the third. Let's see if Gibson can keep them off the scoreboard this inning. He's got McCovey, Bonds, the Barry type, Bobby type, and Sandoval. And Willie's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a base on balls. Here we go again. The first 2 innings, the leadoff batter got on, and the next batter hit a homer. Bobby walked his first time up and came around to score on the Sandoval homer. And not this time. That's going to be a ground ball down the first. It ain't going to be a homer, I can tell you that. 56 and a 3 is going to be column number 3. I'm sure of that. Yep. And that's going to be a single probably. And yep, that's going to be a single in right field, and McCovey's going to stop at second as McGuire couldn't get to that ball. Oh, Ken, you're darn right there, Clinton. I agree with you there. Now you got Sandoval up, who homered his last time up, a 2-run shot. Nobody out, runners at first and second, and already a 4-0 game. Old Gibby needs a ground ball double play here in the worst way. And that's going to be hit down the third. Can Boyer go around the horn here? 32 and a 5 should be a fielding column 1. And it is. Let's see here. And that's going to be the old 5-5-3 double play. So Boyer touches the bag at third, fires it over to first. So now there'll be a runner down at second, but now there's 2 outs. And Bob Gibson needed that. The doctor answered his prayers there, gave him a nice ground ball double play. So 2 down, Crawford up, and Crawford's flown out the right field. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Drew's got it. Gibson gets out of the first and second, and nobody out with nobody scoring. Keeps it a 4-0 game as we get to the top of the fourth. Got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here. And it's going to be McGuire, and Boyer due up. And Tommy, he's batting .278, but he struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be against the righty, a 16 and a 9. And that's going to be a base hit. Tommy Herr gets aboard here with the first hit of the game for the Cardinals. So you got Tommy down at first. Can McGuire cut into this lead? One swing of the bat, and he can cut this lead in half, folks. McGuire walked his first time up. Here's the pitch to Mark. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Bobby's got room out there, calls for it, makes the catch, and there's 1 down. And now you got Mr. Boyer up. Ken's 0 for 1 today. He popped out the second up to the catcher. Not this time, folks. Boyer's going to get his second hit of the year. Let's see where he drives this ball at. And that ball is hit into the gap in right field. Bobby's got a cannon out there for an arm. Let's see if Tommy can score from first here on the play. Actually, that's going to be hit in the left field. Sorry about that. Bobby's got a better arm than the kid. But let's see here. Now it'll be a 45. And Barry with a 32. 29. They're going to send him a 29. That'll be a 55 or lower. He's safe at the plate. And he's in there easily. So that's an RBI double by Boyer. And that makes it a 4-1 lead with a runner down at second, and only 1 out. And Ted Simmons comes to the plate. And Ted's 0 for 1 today. And we dropped the dice for the first time today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And Boyer's not going nowhere. A single will score him anyway, so he's going to stay put with 2 outs. And J.D. Drew's up. And Drew is batting 0 for 1 today. He struck out. And that's going to be another fly ball out the maze. But the Cardinals get on the... What happened here? We got to go back. Go back. We didn't score him from first. Thought we did. We got to go back twice. What the heck? Okay, here we go. So Boyer's going to double and drive in the run from first. And then there's going to be a fly ball to center and another fly ball to center. And we go to the bottom of the fourth in a 4-1 ball game. Got MARICHAL due up, followed by Dietz and Kent. And Bob Gibson on the mound here. MARICHAL got a single off of him his first time up. And he's done more than that. MARICHAL's having one hell of a game here, folks, at the plate and on the mound. He clobbers this one, and that's going to be a double out the right field. And MARICHAL says, who in the hell thinks about a DH? They got to be crazy. He's down at second with nobody out, and Dietz is up. And Dietz has doubled and walked in this game and came around the score. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Gibson strikes him out. That's Bob's 4th strikeout of the game. Jeff Kent, who homered his first time up, he's 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And actually, it's a line drive down the second. And the runner gets back, doesn't get doubled off. So now there's 2 down. And again, I say we walk Mr. Bonds. We're going to walk Barry. The pitch to Mays. He's struck out both times against Bob. And Willie is 0 for 2 today. Like I say, he struck out both times. And that's going to be a 34. Runners on first and second. And that's going to be a pop-up down the third. Boyer makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. The Giants strand too. We go to the top of the fourth and a 3-run lead for the Giants. You got Musial due up here, followed by Brock and Gibson, the bottom third of the order. And Stan's 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. And that's out number 1. And Lou Brock comes to the plate now. And Lou is 0 for 1. He flew out to Bobby his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down to Crawford. Fires across the diamond of Willie McCovey, and there's 2 down. Can Bob Gibson do what his counterpart's been doing to him? Bob is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be 0 for 2 because he swings and misses. And the Cardinals go down in order. To the bottom of the 5th we go. You got McCovey due up here, followed by Bobby and Sandoval. Willie's 0 for 1. He did a walk his last time up. And he's going to walk again. Leadoff batter gets a board here. Can Gibson pitch around this? And Bobby's 1 for 1. Walk came around to score and singled his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Stan for out number 1. And now you got old Kung Fu Panda, who's 1 for 2. Hit a 2-run homer back in the second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's Gibson's 5th strikeout of the game. 2 down. And up to the plate steps Crawford. He's 0 for 2. He has flown out the right and center. And that's going to be against the righty at 23. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Gibson's up with it, fires over to first, and that'll end the inning. 64 homers. Stinking Giants. And they beat the Yankees in 6 games, darn. Sorry to hear that. Them stinking Giants. The stinking Giants. We got the top of the order due up here in the top of the 6th. Smith, Herr, and McGuire trailing by 3. Let's see if this top of the order can do something. You can see the Cardinals are 7-3, batting .238 with an on-base percentage of .310, slugging .434 with a .744 OPS. And the Giants batting .263 with a 7-4 record with a .356 on-base percentage, slugging .448, and an OPS of .805. Yeah, yep, exactly. Them Yankees were awesome in that 50s and 60s or early 60s. And here's the pitch to Ozzie. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. His counterpart waits for the rainmaker to come down, and there's out number 1. And Tommy Herr, he's 1 for 2. He came around to score his last time up. The Cardinals' only run so far. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Kung Fu Panda. He fires over to first, and now there's 2 outs. And McGuire's up now. He's 0 for 1. He walked and flown out. And that's going to be another base on ball. So Mark walks on down to first. And Ken Boyer. Oh, thank you, Ken, buddy. I appreciate the shout out. And Boyer's 1 for 2 with the only RBI of the game for the Cardinals. Can he do it again here with McGuire down at first? And that's going to be against the righty at 19. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Barry gets under it, makes the catch. And the Cardinals strand McGuire at first. At the bottom of the 6th we go. We got Marichal due up, followed by Dietz and Kent. And Marichal is doing it all, folks. He's pitching a 2-hit, 1-run game, and he's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Can he get a triple now and keep this cycle going in order? And I'll tell you, he squared it up. Let's see what happens here. Marichal, and that's going to be another double. Juan Marichal, 3 for 3 with a double in this game. He's got Gibson's number everywhere you look. Out pitching him, out hitting him. Whew. Now Dietz is up again with Marichal in scoring position. Can Bob keep this a 4-1 game? Dietz is 1 for 2. He's doubled. Came around the score, walked, and he struck out his last time up. And that's going to be against the righty at 29 and an 8. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Runner will ground ball down the first, rather. The runner will get down the third. And that's going to force the infield in with Jeff Kent up. So you got a runner down at third, 1 out. Jeff's 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer in the game. Hit the ball hard last time, but right at Tommy Herr. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Brock does not have a very great arm out there. 52 and a 2 is probably fielding column 3. Yep. And let's see here. That's probably going to be deep enough to score Marichal. Make this a 4-run game. That'll be he's going to score with no throw, guarantee it. I don't have to do the math when it's a 62. Sorry, a 61. So that's going to be a sacrifice fly. And now it is a 5-1 game. up by 4 now, and Barry Bonds is going to get pitched to because there's nobody on, and 2 outs, and he's 0 for 1. He's been walked twice, both intentionally. Flew out his first time up, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Ozzie. That'll end the inning, but the sacrifice fly makes it a 5-1 game as we go to the top of the 7th. You got Simmons due up, followed by JD and Stan. And Ted's 0 for 2 today. He has flown out the right and center. And that's going to be another fly ball to center. Mays tracks it down, and there's 1 down. And that brings up Mr. Drew. And Drew is 0 for 2 today. He has struck out and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Marichal with his 4th strikeout of the game. There's 2 down. Can Stan keep this inning alive here? He's 0 for 2, flown out and popped up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Crawford. The side's retired in order. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. It's a 5-1 ball game, folks. And you got the heart of the order due up here. Mays, McCovey, and Bobby. Willie is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and popped up. And that's going to be a 26. It's going to be a ground ball down to Ozzie. He fires over to McGuire, and there's a 1 down. And Mr. Willie McCovey comes up. He's 0 for 2. He has walked his last 2 times up. And he's done it again, folks. He's get the hat trick for walks. McCovey has walked 3 times against Gibby. Gibby don't want to pitch to McCovey or the Barry. Now you got Bobby up. Bobby's 1 for 2 with a single in the game. And that's going to be a 24. That is a ground ball down the 3rd. That might be a double play ball, 31 and a 5. This could end the inning here, folks. That should be fielding column 1, and it is. So that's going to be the old 5-4-3 double play. Around the horn he goes. And that'll end the inning as Bobby hits into that double play. We go to the top of the 8th. And the Cardinals got some work to do, trailing by 4. You got you got Brock, a pitch hitter for Gibson, and then Smith due up. And Lou's 0 for 2 today. And he's going to be 0 for 3 after that. He stood there like the house beside the road and watched that one go by. And that's a strikeout. And that'll be it for Gibson. Because it definitely wasn't his best day. That's for sure. Got to him early. See who's going to come off the bench here. Need to get some base runners. So Willie McGee's going to come off the bench here. Try to get some base runners. You need 4 of them. Can't hit a 4-run homer here with nobody on. So Willie will try to get on base. And Willie McGee batting 179 with 1 homer and 1 RBI. And he's done it, folks. He squared this one up. McGee trying to keep this game alive. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. We brought him on to get on base, not to hit a homer. And McGee says, I'll show you some stinking power. Hits his 2nd homer of the year. How about that, folks? Turns on that one, wraps around the pole down there. It makes it a 5-2 game. We're at the top of the order here. That might get the bullpen stirring just a little bit because Marichal's due up in the 8th. And you got Ozzie up now. He's 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be 0 for 4 as Marichal settles down after the homer and strikes Smith out for out number 2. Tommy Herr's up. He's 1 for 3. Can he get on base and bring up big Mark McGuire here? And that's going to be a 16. And he does. That's an infield hit. Tommy with his second hit of the game. And that brings up Mark McGuire here. He can make this a one-run ball game with one swing of the bat. Marichal's been pitching to him carefully. He is 0 for 1. He has walked twice today. And that's going to be a pop-up at home plate. That ball is extremely high, but not going nowhere. Straight up the chute, and that'll be out number 3. And the Cardinals score 1 on the homer by Willie McGee. But they trail this game 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. See who's going to come out here and pitch for the Cardinals. Jason Isringhausen is going to come out to pitch. Where's Jason at? There he is. And this is Jason's third appearance. He's got 1 save on the year with a whopping 10.8 ERA. He's got the bottom third due up here. Sandoval, Crawford, and Marichal. Here's the pitch to Sandoval, and that's going to be a ground ball down the third, and a reliable and damn good fielding third baseman, Bohr, Ken makes an error. And the leadoff batter's aboard here. Now you got Crawford up. And Crawford's 0 for 3. He has flown out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be against the righty. It'll be a 16. And that's going to be a pop-up down the third. Boyer makes the play this time, and now there's 1 down. And they're going to let Marichal finish this game. Plus, what the hell? He's a perfect 3 for 3 today, folks. Let him bat. He's got 2 doubles. Came around to score his last time up. And they finally get him out, and that's a tailor-made double play ball down the short. Ozzie up with it. Over to her, over to McGuire. And that'll end the bottom of the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. The Giants leading by 3. Got the Boyer, Simpson, and Drew due up. Can they keep this game alive here? Boyer's 1 for 3. He has an RBI double in this game. And he gets a hold of this one. Ken Boyer's starting to heat up, folks. The Cardinals glad to see this. And that's going to be a single in the left field. So they get the runner aboard, the leadoff runner aboard against Marichal, and that'll get the bullpen up. Rob Nin's ready in the pen. Do we take him out? That is the question. We'll let the tying run come to the plate. We'll give him one more base runner. One more base runner. Right now, a homer right now, it's still a 5-4 game. So we'll let the tying run come to the plate. If the tying run comes to the plate, we'll bring Rob Nin in. Here's the pitch to Ted. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 20. That's going to be a fly ball out to Barry and left field. There's 1 down. And up to the plate, J.D. Drew. And J.D., he's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Marichal sees the bullpen getting up and is settled down. And now there's 2 outs. And it's all up to Stan the man to keep this game going. 0 for 3 with fly out, a pop-up, and a ground out. And that's going to be a lazy nope, that's going to be a ground ball down the first. That might make it through. Let's see here if I don't make it through. Nope, that's going to be a nice play down there by McCovey. He fields that ball, fires over to second, and that's your ball game, folks. And the Giants finally get a win. Check out the box score here. Let's see. And the Giants, 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The Cardinals, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Tommy Herr was the man, folks. Tommy and Ken Boyer both 2 for 4. The Cardinals were 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Marichal pitched a hell of a game. Willie McGee with that pitch hit homer. And the Cardinals only left 5 men on base. And for the Giants, it was spread out. Nobody had a multiple hit game, but you had Jeff Kent and old Sandoval both with 2-run homers against Gibson early in the game in the first 2 innings. The Giants were 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Gibby settled down after those first 2 innings. They left 7 men on base. Gibson falls to 1-2. 7 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, walked 7, struck out 5, and gave up 2 homers. Isringhausen comes in, pitches 1 inning, and Marichal goes to distance, picks up his 3rd win. He pitched 9 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, struck out 7, and gave up the 1 homer to Willie McGee. Yeah, Marichal had that multiple hit game. I forgot. You're correct. Yep, you're correct. Thank you, Greg. Yeah, he was 3 for 4 with 2 doubles. Let's check out the standings and the leaderboard here. And the Braves are a game and a half up on the Mets. The Phillies and Nationals are 2.5 games back. And the Marlins are 3.5 games back. And with the loss, the Cardinals are now a game back, while the Brewers are along with the Pirates. The Cubbies are a game and a half back. Reds are 2 games back. And the Astros, Houston, we have a problem. We're 3.5 games back. And with the win, the Giants are now 2 games up on the Dodgers, 2.5 up on Arizona and San Diego, and the lonely Colorado Rockies are 4 games back. Sammy Sosa still leading the league in everything with a .425 average, with 10 homers and 19 RBIs, going for the Triple Crown, folks. Sam I am, green eggs and ham. And Kyle Hendricks leading the National League with a .6 ERA. And Marichal just joined Mike Caldwell with 3 wins on the year. Kent DeCalvey with his 4 saves. And Sammy's leading in the MVP voting. And Juan Marichal just took over the lead for the Cy Young Award. And the next game on the channel will be the final game of this series. Take a look at the pitch and matchup for it. And you got John Tudor going up against Ryan Bryant. So let's see if this matchup lives up to the hype of the Gibson Marichal. Poor Bob left me down. I want to thank Greg, Ken Castro, Clinton Parks for joining us here today. Like I say, I'm getting pretty used to this new streaming service. Got the transitions here. I got it rolling in now. It's pretty cool how it just rolls in. Oh, thank you, Ken, buddy. Like I say, I'm starting to get used to this. Starting to get used to it. Let's see here if we can add something here. Add a layer. Add some widgets. Let's see here. Okay. Where would that be? Okay. Now we go back. Oh, thank you, Greg. Appreciate it, bud. And let's move this around here. See where we can move this to. Move that to the upper right. Move it right there. And we'll transition in here now. Oh, let's do it this way. So now you can see how many viewers we got here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know if we'll leave that on or not. Just something to play with here. Just something to play with. Oh, cool. What team was you thinking about taking, Ken, buddy? Yeah. A 30-year there. 30-year period. I'm sure the 1927 Yankees, somebody's gotten them. Is it first come, first serve, Ken, as far as what team? Let's see if there's another thing we can do here. Very good. Yeah. Yep. That'd be some nice ones. Let's see. Oh, you got a draft? Okay. Gotcha. Yep. We can share this stuff. Brand. Let's see. That's pretty good. So this is start here. Yeah, he's pretty darn good at tournaments, ain't he, Ken? Yes, he is. He's right there in the mix all the time. He's a hell of a nice guy too, just to talk to him on YouTube and all. Never met him in person. Old Jimmy Key. Yeah, with the Blue Jays, I agree. Yep. You never faced him in a tournament? Yeah, like I say, I know he's won a few. Yeah. Yeah, just talking to him in chat on YouTube, he seems like one hell of a nice guy. And his wife seems like a very sweet lady when she's on there. Yeah. I think she helps him with some of the tournaments, doesn't she? Helps him set things up and all. I thought she did. Yeah. Yeah, I thought she did, Ken. Like I say, I know she helps him with the videos and all. We need to get you and Clinton Parks back streaming. Yeah. Show off some more app and all. Clinton says he might get back on here. Hope he does. I never got to talk to Ken on the Clinton Live. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I bet. Yep. Don't blame you, man. Be nice to see him back on. Yeah, Mr. Clinton. Starting to get some decent stats building up here. This is what's amazing me. We'll go here to the to old Barry Bonds. Let's go here. Old Barry. His on base percentage is crazy. It is crazy. Let's see here. Get the Barry Bonds and look at his on base percentage, Ken. And in this league, for him to be doing what he is just nuts. That is just nuts. Of course, don't get me wrong. I'm intentionally walking him some. We can look at that too. I've intentionally walked him a few times. No doubt about that. You can make the argument. He had a few damn good years, that's for sure. You could definitely make the argument. Here's old Barry. Look at that on base percentage. 582. 582 on base percentage. I've intentionally walked him 9 times, but he's walked 17 on his own. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, ain't it? Yep. It is crazy. That's 658 against righties. Yep. It's something else, ain't it? Oh, I thought you was talking about the 658 down there for the righties, Ken. Yeah. Yeah. Against lefties, he's terrible. His on base percentage is only 412. I mean, it is nuts. It is nuts. Yeah. That's about the only category that he's doing worse in is against lefties for me. But he does have 4 homers, so he's powering the ball off of them. But his average and his on base percentage is worse in the replay. But yeah, it's crazy. Like I say, he is a monster. A monster. But McGuire, let's go look at McGuire. McGuire's pretty damn awesome too in this replay. He's just not getting as much playing time. Do you play him or Pujols? That's the problem. So I've been platooning them. McGuire plays against the righties. Pujols comes in. Look at that. He's his on base percentage 600. 600. That's fucking crazy. Batting 444. Mm. Yeah, me and you both. Yeah. He's just not getting quite as much playing time as Barry. He's played in 7 games compared to Barry playing on every game. Pujols, we can look at his numbers. Yeah, I got them two platooning. Albert, he's not the machine. Albert says he's not the machine. Give me a second. I'll pull him up again, buddy. Yeah, like I say, Albert's not playing well. Only batting 182. McGuire be screaming for some time. Yeah, but like I say, Pujols ain't doing shit. The machine, he's breaking down, folks. Yeah, the machine's breaking down. What did I do? Double click on it? Yeah, he's batting 187 against lefties. And you wanted to see what old Molina's arm rating. I'm pretty sure he's a 6. We'll look here. And yep, he's a +6. He is a monster. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it up there or not. +6. Let's look at his fielding here. He's got 4 assists. So I don't know if that's ground balls. It's one thing. Let's see here. It doesn't give you. Yeah. I wish it gave you how many attempts and how many caught stealings against him. But it doesn't keep track of that. It doesn't look like. That's a shame. Yeah, it doesn't look like it keeps track of it. Like I said, he has 4 assists, but I don't know how many of them was ground balls, bunts, or Baltimore choppers that he did. Yeah. Let's look at old Sammy. Old Sammy Sosa hitting the cover off the ball, folks. Leading the league in batting, homers, and RBIs. Take a look at slamming Sammy Sosa. There he is. Batting .425, 582 on base. Look at that slugging against righties. 1.357 slugging against righties. He is 28 for 13, and out of those 13 hits, 8 of them's homers. That is crazy. Clinton says take the 1925 Senators, Ken. Yeah, that is crazy. Batting .464 against righties. And he's supposed to bat better against lefties. Ain't that something? Yeah, he's tearing the cover off the ball against righties. Let's look at his daily report here. 2-homer game to start the year with. Not a bad way to start the year. Then he went 2 games without a homer, and then another 2-homer game. And then another homer. So, oh, wait a second. We got more games down here. Sorry. Didn't start the year off with a homer. Second game of the year, he got a homer. 2 games in a row. Then he had three consecutive games with homers against the Marlins and Washington. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. 3 homers there, and then he just beat up on Washington. Look at that. A 2-homer game and a 2-homer game. He had what? 5 homers against Washington. Nationals. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy. No, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. 5 homers. Yeah, I was right. 5 homers against Washington. The Mets didn't give him any homers. Of course, they didn't pitch to him much. Then, oh my, there's 2 more homers against Washington. That's 5. 8 out of his 10 homers are against Washington. That is nuts, ain't it? Nuts. He's killing Washington. 8 out of his 10 homers have been against the Nationals. That's pretty cool to look into stuff like that. Alrighty. Well, like I say, I want to thank Clinton, Ken, Greg for stopping by here. I think that's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. Like I say, the next game is going to be the last game of this series, Tudor against Bryant. Until next time, folks, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out, hit that like button. It helps the channel out. None of that costs you a dime. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.